We're in the midst of district play here in Beast, Texas, and for our Week 7 game of the week, we've got one of the biggest showdowns going on right in our backyard, the Battle of the Bulldogs, Chapel Hill and Kilgore. Joining us from the game site tonight is our Game of the Week reporter, Damian Bartonic. And Damian, Chapel Hill is coming into this game losing 2 out of their last 3. How are they feeling heading into tonight?
Well, BG, like you said, it hasn't been an easy road for the Bulldogs in blue and yellow, but last week they got right against Palestine. They really thumped them real good. And tonight they feel like they have what it takes to upset their home opponents at home on their home field at this stadium right behind me. Now, this week the message was simple. Head coach Jeff Rudin made it clear that in order to win this game and any game in their district, it's going to have to take things that go beyond their talent on the field. All week at practice, it was about ironing out the details, communicating with one another on both sides of the football in order to make a statement tonight at this stadium right behind me.
You know, our staff meeting on Sunday is kind of what I talked to my coaches about. You know, we got enough talent in our locker room to be one of the best teams in 4A in the state of Texas, and it comes down to the TNTs, the things that take no talent. You know, just the effort, the hustle, the coachability, the being on time, to being a great teammate. And I talked to the fellas Monday when we had our team meeting about being a great teammate and what that meant. And it's going to come down to all those little things like you said.
Hey, you heard it. He said TNT takes no talent. In my opinion, TNT, I like it because we know the Bulldogs have plenty of dynamite when it comes to their explosive ability on offense especially. And I'm going to tell you like this, BG, Chapel Hill's coming in to make a statement. They want to make a point. Like you said, they've lost 2 of the last 3, but tonight they think everything's going to be different. Now, coming up at 6 o'clock, we're going to talk about the home team a little bit, show them some home love. And with that said, I'll send it back to you in studio.
All righty, Damian Bartonic, thank you. Well, that's not the only game that's caught our eye. Tonight, we're also watching tons of other games from across the region. Joining us now to talk more high school football is Jack Stallard with the Longview News Journal. Jack, first off, let's talk about Forney versus Longview. The Jackrabbits took a serious blow against the Lobos last year. What can we expect tonight?
Well, I think, you know, in this one, Longview's got to do what Longview does best, and they need to run the football. You know, Forney is a good football team, and they've got a young man that rushed for over 300 yards last week, and he's put up really good numbers all season. You don't want to give that kid a chance. So, you know, to defend that, you run the football, and you run the time off the clock. You do what you've always done. Longview's got several capable running backs. Their quarterback's a good runner. They can throw the ball, but they like to play Longview Lobo football, and that's just smash mouth, line up, control the line of scrimmage, eat the clock, and get out of there with a win. So that's going to be the key for the Lobos tonight.
Van versus Spring Hill. The Vandals are 3-0 against the Panthers. Do you think we could see a repeat tonight?
Well, it's possible. You know, this one, Van's a very good football team, and they put up some good numbers. They're sitting at 3-2, but you know the losses were against good teams. Spring Hill, a lot like Longview, I just mentioned, they need to run the football. This is a good offensive football team, Spring Hill. They put up a lot of points in their last game. They had you know, a ton of points. They had 55 points in a loss. They scored 38 in a win. They scored 41 in a loss. So they can put points on the board. The key for them is just going to be play some defense, limit Van's chances, and see if they can get out of there with a W.
Alrighty, Jack Stallard with the Longview News Journal. Thank you. And don't forget, you can catch our Under the Lights pregame show tonight at 6:30. And at 10 p.m., we go all-in football for 1 hour, showing highlights and interviews from across East Texas on CBS 19+.